It's time now for the Peter Show. 11 o'clock news on this Monday night, June 1st, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. 11 o'clock news headlines here. And our top story at 11 o'clock here on this Monday night is in Beijing, where most of the 458 people aboard a tourist ship that sank Monday night during a torrential rainstorm along the central section of the Yangtze River were still missing on Tuesday morning, according to a report by Xinhua, the state news agency. A recent internal investigation by the Department of Homeland Security has found security failures at dozens of the nation's busiest airports, breaches that allowed undercover investigators to smuggle weapons, fake explosives, and other contraband. South Korea took Tuesday reporting the first 2 deaths from an outbreak of Middle East respiratory syndrome that has affected 25 people in 2 weeks, as officials scramble to contain the outbreak. Federal authorities believe that Sepp Blatter's top lieutenant at FIFA made $10 million in bank transactions that are central elements of the bribery scandal engulfing international soccer. United States officials and others briefed the case said on Monday. Ministers from 20 countries are to meet in Paris to discuss strategy against Islamic State militants. Iraqi Prime Minister Haider al-Abadi will attend, but U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry will miss the meeting because of the second accident. And speaking of John Kerry, his plane arrived in Boston tonight as he returned for a treatment at Mass General Hospital after a broken leg sustained during a black run in Paris. And in France yesterday, as the State Department spokeswoman Marie Hart said he will continue to take part in the nuclear talks with Iran. In Tlapa, Mexico, members of the dissented teachers group went on an indefinite strike in Mexico, vandalizing government offices, torching electoral documents, and leaving at least 1 million children without classes in an effort to halt education overhaul. In Riyadh, Yemen, Harvey's military is still holding the 3 U.S. citizens, 2 of the Yemeni and 1 of the Somali origin, after 1 an American and 1 Singaporean who had been missing and left Yemen for Oman, an official Sanaa said. The yen dropped to the weaker than 125 per dollar for the first time since 2002 as prospects for higher U.S. interest rates this year spurred demand for the greenback. Dozens of health insurers said higher than expected career costs and other expenses blindsided debt this year, and they're going to have to hike premiums for individual policies well beyond the 10% for 2016. Researchers from New York have established that melanoma can be more effectively treated by combining 2 drugs used in immunotherapy, but this also causes rising side effects. And now looking at New England alerts here at 11:03 p.m. here. In New York City, in Manhattan, a shooting at 102nd Street and Madison Avenue in the confines of the 23rd Precinct, a level 1 molestation had been called in regards to a person shot. Condition of the patient is unknown. And in Easton, Massachusetts, on 300 Washington Street, a police motor vehicle accident requested EMS on a patient as possible. Massachusetts State Police involved motor vehicle accident as a Massachusetts State Police trooper has been struck by a drunk driver, and he is in hospital. Peter Chill News time, 11:03, and it is time now for Trevor Porter on the Slate Monday Night here. And mass parking on the westbound side, also around I-84 in Sturbridge, I-84 westbound side, also after you get on that from Interstate 90 Mass Pike. Southfield Express on the northbound side, it is slow from Dorchester all the way up to the Mass Pike, and 93 on the northbound side, it is slow from Mass Pike all the way up to the second bridge. Mass Pike on the eastbound side, it is slow from 93 all the way out to the Logan Airport here. $195 in the eastbound side. A little slow from Terry Vendor. Matapoiset. $128 on the southbound side. A little slow after Red and due to an accident there. And Route 93 on the northbound side up in New Hampshire. A little slow from Everett, Trebek, Manchester, Hooksett. But otherwise, a smooth sailing commute here on this late Monday night here. And Spalding Turnpike on the step inside. Slow from Newton all again down for the Portsmouth. And 95 both ends, a little slow in the Portsmouth stretch. And Main Turnpike on the step inside, a little slow up in York, Maine. And a look at the MBTA alerts there. Green Line, Bree Branch Express, and moderate delays due to an early disabled train. Commuter rail. Looking good. And on the ferries, the Lynn-Salem commuter boat service at N from Boston has been canceled today due to severe weather. Peter John Newsom, 11:05 on this late Monday night. Time now for a weather report here. Currently, should turn North Massachusetts here at 11 o'clock. 49 degrees on surface overcast skies. Humidity 9%. Wind speed variable about 6 miles an hour. Barometer 3.22 inches. Dew point about 46 degrees. Visibility 10 miles. The wind chill 46 degrees. Kind of weird to say the wind chill in June. Because, boy, it is chilly. Kind of like a November chill then in June. 47 degrees here in Boston. 47 in Bedford and Fitchburg and in Lawrence and in Lee at 48, 47 in Gloucester, 45 in Western Sturbridge, 48 in Wood, 49 in Taunton, and 48 in New Bedford and Plymouth, 48 in Provincetown, 50 in Falmouth and in Chatham, 53 in Cape Cod Bay, 52 in Murfreesboro, 49 in Nantucket, 40 in Westerly, 50 in Buckeye, 54 in New York City, 52 in Islip, 51 in Montauk, 51 in Long Island Sound, and it's 51 in Bridgeport, 51 in New Haven, it's 48 in Denver, and in Meriden and in Waterbury, and in Hartford and Woods Locks and in Springfield, Massachusetts, 47 in Greenfield, 46 in Ampol, 48 in Northampton, Massachusetts, 45 in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, 53 in Albany, New York, 50 in Silver Springs, it's 50 in Bennington, 44 in Berlin, Vermont, 46 in Rutland, Vermont, 50 in Lebanon, New Hampshire, 46 in Keene, Hampshire, 45 in Jarvis, New Hampshire, 47 in Nashville, New Hampshire, 46 in Manchester, New Hampshire, 47 in Concord, New Hampshire, 40 in LaCroix, New Hampshire, 47 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and 47 in Portland, Maine. Here, take a look at the surface map around the country. It shows a cold front from east central British Columbia stretching up into 7 Alberta and up into Saskatchewan, up into west central Manitoba here. And a cold front from through Montana and stationary front merged with that cold front from the Dakotas down for the western plains states. And a stationary front for the Gulf of Mexico stretching up the Georgia and the Carolinas and up the Atlantic seaboard off the New England and Nova Scotia coastline. There, a foot mile from eastern Oregon and then from North Central California, and that's to see. And another foot mile from South Central Nevada, then for southeastern California, and a foot mile from through Utah, and another foot mile from South Central Montana, and then for eastern Wyoming, and then for Colorado and Mexico, and a foot mile from central South Dakota, down for southwestern portions of Minnesota, northwestern Iowa. Here, and high pressure in southwestern Colorado, and UP and Michigan and the northwestern portions of Quebec, and we got low pressure in the northeastern Oregon, central Nevada, northwestern portions of Utah, and south central portions of Montana, and northeastern portions of Montana, and a low pressure off the Florida coast. Florida Atlantic coastline here. 56 degrees down in Detroit, 53 in Pittsburgh, 72 in Washington, D.C., 73 in Atlanta, Georgia, it's 8 in Miami, Florida, 81 in Brownsville, Texas, 78 in Dallas, Texas, 63 in Kansas City, 69 in Omaha, Nebraska, it's 53 in Chicago, 67 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 57 in Great Falls, Montana, 58 in Seattle, 67 in San Francisco, 64 in Los Angeles, it's 94 in Las Vegas, 101 in Phoenix, 81 in Albuquerque, 76 in Salt Lake City, and 71 out in Denver, Colorado. Here, all right, let's take a look at our forecast discussion around the. Nope, let's take a look at the radar situation here, and it shows moderate heavy bands of rain off the south shore and off the Upper Cape from off Saugeen Sandwich here, and some moderate heavy bands of rain near Marion and Metaport in eastern Bedford here, and moderate heavy bands of rain around the southeast Rhode Island coastline here, and some spotty showers and storms, spotty heavy rain east central and west central portions of the Providence city limits here, and some spotty heavy bands of rain from south seacoast of New Hampshire east to Hooksett and down for Portsmouth, and then on the line of heavy showers. Heavy rain from south central New Hampshire around Salem and National New Hampshire and east of Pepperell and north of Worcester and stretching west to Worcester and southeast of Athol. And this is big blob of heavy rain around Keene, New Hampshire and Jeffrey, New Hampshire, and a line of heavy rain from Amherst stretching in Holyoke and east of Springfield, and a line of heavy rain showers around Norwich and stretching in the east of Connecticut and in for the Hartford and New Britain area, and stretching in out for Taunton and Waterbury and around Middletown. And a line of heavy showers around Huntington, New York, and stretching in out for Yonkers and around Stamford. As we're zooming out, we're seeing some lot of rain from southern Maine all the way down through Delaware, Eastern Virginia, and that for Western Carolinas there, and that for East Central portion of Georgia, and a lot of showers and heavy rain around Central and East Central portion of Maine, that for Southeast of Quebec, and a lot of rain showers around East to Nova Scotian coastline here. And spotty rain showers and storms around Central Florida and around I-75 from Tampa, stretching in out of Fort Myers, and a lot of rain showers and storms off the Florida Gulf Coast here, and a lot of rain showers at East Central Louisiana, and a lot of rain showers in West Central portions of Georgia, and stretching in East Central and West Central portions of Alabama here. And a lot of rain showers in West Central portions of Texas, and curving in up to eastern New Mexico now for Western Panhandle, Texas here. And line of showers and storms around Western Nebraska and the extreme northeastern portion of Colorado here. And a line of rain showers on north central portions of California, stretching up in the central and northeastern and northwestern portions of Oregon, and up to western and northeastern portions of Washington State, and up to northern Idaho, down for northwestern, central, and east central portions of Montana, down for Wyoming, with some sleet around the Yellowstone Park in Wyoming here, and a line of showers and storms around north of eastern Rapid City, South Dakota, and a line of showers and storms from eastern portion and west central portions of North Dakota, and up in the northeastern portions of North Dakota, and around south central Manitoba, and around Winnipeg here, and a line of showers and storms from southwestern portions of Alberta, and a line of showers and storms south central portions of British Columbia here, and some spotty rain showers in central portions of British Columbia, and a line of rain showers in south central portions of Alaska here, and a line of rain showers in west central portions of Quebec and east central portions of Ontario here. Alright, take a look at that satellite loop here. It shows a line of clouds coming from much of the eastern seaboard, and now a line of clouds coming from much of the western plains, and it's stretching through the Rockies and up in the Pacific Northwest and around British Columbia, named for Southern Alberta and for Saskatchewan here, and a spotty clouds from western and north central portions of Arizona, and down for southern portions of Utah here. Alright, let's take a look. And our forecast discussion around the region here. Stall front south of the region will keep unseasonably cool and damp conditions for Tuesday across southern New England here. Expect periods of rain, heavy at times to move across the area overnight on Tuesday. High pressure returns with dry weather Wednesday and Thursday. Showers possible Friday and Saturday as another cold front moves throughout the night. Pressure falls for Sunday. Near term until 6 a.m. Tuesday morning. Bandit showers continue to move across southern New England. The two most prominent ones are across southern Rhode Island and southeast Massachusetts, and across western Connecticut and western Massachusetts. Rainfall rates are a quarter to half an inch inches per hour. The spans. Surface cold front is started south of New England and provides one focused shallow frontal slope lift across and above the surface until 925 downward millibars, where the frontal boundary sharpens over. Northern western Massachusetts provides strong lift as the forecast continues most of the night, and radar upstream shows a twin bands over the southern New Jersey and the southeast Pennsylvania, so observe weather upstream support the overnight forecast. The northeast flow and precipitation develops of dew points should keep temperatures close to steady overnight. Only change to forecast as the pops up to the Connecticut along with the south coast. And looking at weather notes, water temperature 50 degrees here. And we should be 71 degrees of the normal high for Boston, as temperatures were in the 40s and 50s around the region here. And tomorrow, a little milder than yesterday, but another cool day in town. 51 for Boston, 53 for Worcester, 57 of Hartford, In New York City, 62 in Albany, New York, 56 in Vermont, 15 in Coconut Trip, 49 in Puckle, Maine. Here. All right, we are under a flash flood watch until tomorrow at 8 p.m. as heavy rainfall may produce rapid flood in fact Tuesday night. And flash flood watch remains in effect to Tuesday evening. The flash flood watch continues for Portland, Northern Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island. There, Tuesday evening showers with heavy rainfall expected for late Tuesday with rainfall totals of 1.5 to 2.5 inches, rapid and significant flooding of the urban areas as possible. Small streams may rise out of their banks when flood low-lying areas. A flash flood watch is issued for the potential of rapid and significant flooding. Stay alert for flash flood warnings here, which are issued when flooding is diminished. Should flooding occur, do not drive flooded roads. Even if the water appears to be shallow, find an alternate route, and cars can easily become stranded. Move to higher ground if you live on or work in a flood-prone area here. Alright, 7-day forecast. It goes like this. Overnight, showers patch around low around 49 degrees. North face from about 8 miles an hour, gust southeast 23 miles an hour. Chance of precipitation is 8%. New appearance from about between 1.5 inches possible. Tuesday, rain minimum for 4 p.m. Pitch about either 54 degrees. North from about 8 miles an hour. Chance of precipitation is 6%. New appearance from about between 1/2 and 3/4 inches possible. For Tuesday, a chance of rain minimum before 8 p.m. Pitch about before 11 p.m. Then patch fog after 5 p.m. wise. Cloud skies are gradually becoming. Park cloud skies low at 45 degrees. North from about 3 to 6 miles an hour. Chance of precipitation is 30%. New appearance about less than 10 inches possible. Here. For Wednesday, patch fog before 8 a.m. wise. Mostly sunny skies about 67 degrees. North from about 7 miles an hour. Here. Wednesday, most clear skies low at 46 degrees. Southeast wind about 5 miles an hour. Coming to the deer. For Thursday, most sunny, most cloud skies about 70 low about 52 degrees. Friday, most cloud skies about 73 degrees. Friday night, a chance of showers. Most clouds skies low at 57 degrees. Chance of precipitation is 30%. Saturday, chance of showers. Part size skies about 72 degrees. Chance of precipitation is 40%. Saturday night, part clouds skies low at 53 degrees. Sunday, most sunny part clouds skies about 71 low at 51 degrees. And for Monday, chance of showers. Part size skies have about 72 degrees. Chance of precipitation is 30%. Here's weather phrase of the night. Another rainy and cold and raw day in tap for tomorrow. Peter Chill News Time is now 11:17 p.m. this late Monday night here, and it is time now for Sports Roundup this Monday night here. The Red Sox and the Twins got rained out tonight due to the rain, as they will make tonight's game a day-night doubleheader on Wednesday. As the Red Sox and the Twins square off in the first of the 4-game series starting tomorrow. As the Red Sox took advantage of this rain out to try to calm themselves down and evaluating what happened in that disastrous road trip, which saw them get swept by the Twins up in Minneapolis and dropping 3 out of 4 down in Texas, as the Red Sox used that rain out as they will put that 10-19 record aside and focus on June, as Clay Buchholz will get the starting pitcher duties tomorrow night, while Mike Pelfrey on demand for the Twins tomorrow night for the Twins. Okay, other scores around in Major Leagues here on this late Monday night here. Top of the 8, Los Angeles Dodgers all over the Colorado Rockies, 11-2. Top of the 6, LA Braves are leading the Arizona Diamondbacks, 6-1. Top of the 4th, Los Angeles Angels are leading the Tampa Bay Rays, 4-1. Top of the 5th, New York Mets leading the San Diego Padres, 4-0. Top of the 5th, New York Yankees leading the Seattle Mariners, 2-0. Top of the 4th, San Francisco Giants leading the Pittsburgh Pirates, 2-1. Chicago Cubs over the Miami Marlins, 5-1. Houston Astros over the Baltimore Orioles, 5-2. And St. Louis Cardinals get blanked by the Milwaukee Brewers, 1-0. And the Washington Nationals Toronto Blue Jays game got rained out. Taking a look at sports news here on this late Monday night here. Iowa State, barring some shocking, will be the final turn in the year's coaching carousel, as not technically expected either, since There were long-heard rumors that Fred Holberg were destined to join the NBA ranks, in particular the Chicago Bulls for most. Federal authorities believe that Sepp Blatter's top lieutenant at FIFA made $10 million bank transactions. We already did that, so let's move on. The Tampa Bay Lightning had just shut out the New York Rangers for the second time in 6 days to reach the Stanley Cup final and exhausted but exhilarated players are gathered in the dressing room Friday night. Cam Newton appears to be on the verge of receiving a hefty raise with a new contract that includes a lot of money up front. That figures to be a welcome development for our young franchise quarterback, namely the Indianapolis Colts, Andrew Luck. AHL coach John Adams will be the New Jersey Devils' new head coach as the team plans to introduce the new coach at a news conference on Tuesday. Green Bay, New York. Amid the usual next year will be better cheddar after the Game 7 playoff exit from the Eastern Conference Finals. The Rangers were grateful that would be next year for Matt Zuccarello. It took 6 months for UAB officials to reverse course on a controversial decision to shutter the university's football program, which was written in early December but revived on Monday by many of the same official firms responsible for attending the Blazers. The Chicago Cubs would be serious about contending the season in the near future, but while gearing up for the Golden State Warriors, Kyrie Irving and LeBron James of Cleveland Cavaliers each try to hit a left-hand shot, and neither of them could do it. The Texas Rangers kept up magnificent month with Josh Hamilton's game ended to run throughout double as a pitch hitter Sunday after starting to May with a loss for a 750 record that was worse than the American League. In Oakland, California, Andrew Bogut, the starting center for the Golden State Warriors, was watching the Cleveland Cavaliers play the Atlanta Hawks in the Eastern Conference Finals on television last week when a conversation about Alex caught his attention, as he seems content with a well-defined him. In Philadelphia, this could be a potentially big week in Sam Bradford's recovery from 2 ACL surgeries. The Eagles quarterback is expected to take part in 7-on-7 drills this week, perhaps as soon as Tuesday when the team resumes their organized team. In Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, for 2 months there were 2 certain days in Michigan softball that Wolverines would win. 28 straight games that even won in April and May and put up bunches of runs on the way as a Florida Gators beat the Michigan Wolverines 3-2, and Cincinnati Bengals defensive tackle Devon Steele and his 5-year-old daughter Leah will be honored with a Jimmy V. President's Award at next month's ESPYs for the straight fact Leah has year-long battle with cancer. And that's going to be it first. The Peter J. 11 o'clock news of this late Monday night, June 1st, 2015. Peter said we have a good night with a goodbye today. See you tomorrow morning. Good night and see you tomorrow morning.